Hey, my baby cakes with and without hair. Why is bold pumping? Coinbase has a layer 2 EVM of Ethereum coming out. And I want you to know that it is pumping, but don't bridge in, don't rush, chill out. It's not what you think. There are insiders here. I'm going to show you that there are insiders and they are dumping along the way. This is the same game in crypto. Yes, the first 10 to 100 people win, and then the next 9 to 12,000 lose, despite having all the information in the world given to them. So Coinbase have a layer 2 network. Now, initially, everybody thought it was just going to crush all the competition, but I actually made videos. Thank you very much. Like, subscribe, bell button, or I made a video here telling you it's not necessarily what you think, friends, because with Coinbase and their layer 2, they have 100 million customers. So Coinbase, big announcement, they have it here. Coinbase have 100 million customers, and Coinbase are going to funnel them to start using EVMs more. And when they start getting used to EVMs, DeFi, money lending, swapping, degen stuff, they will eventually seep into the rest of the crypto ecosystem. This is exactly what we want, because a lot of people now, they just leave their money on the decentralized exchanges. They don't actually move out. So why is Coinbase pumping? What's happening? Well, it went up 43,400x. But it's not what you think. There are many competing chains. We're going to go through this, okay? There are multitude of chains now. They're all advertising they have low cost. Low cost. They're all saying cheap Ethereum. We're cheaper Ethereum. So they're all the same. You know, I mean, I'm all a fan of PulseChain, who have PulseX and Hexa in the ecosystem. But how do you differentiate yourself? You have to have a different community. And that's it. You might say, our community is great. Yeah, but honestly, everybody says their community is great. What does that actually mean? It all comes down to the numbers. So everybody's going to have to innovate somehow. But saying we're just cheap doesn't really cut it, because everybody's cheap. And I have this post here even to share with you, right? With EIP 4844, the new Ethereum update, it's coming. Layer 2 chains are going to have significantly lower costs. This is just the layer 2s, but they're going to do layer 1 soon after that. That's going to be the next one, the big shining one. So the fees are going to drop 30 cents. From 30 cents down to like 3 cents. They're going to drop another 90% lower. Look at all these chains, friends. So Ethereum is still pushing on. I'm going to show you, like, look at all these chains, for example. They're all costing now, $1 down to 12 cents, 38 cents down to 4 cents, 26 cents down to 3 cents. All the transactions, the costs are dropping over time as we improve technology. So yes, the scaling, it's getting solved. Everybody's bridging around. That's how the future is going to look like. So it's going to come down to who is going to have a good adoption curve with their community being boosted. Because if everyone's got a low cost, how else do you differentiate? Now these block spaces, they're becoming more commoditized. It's like a commodity. And you might say, well, there's different layers of centralization and security. There is, but not enough for the degens to care, because all we care about is the price pump. That's what most people care about, of course, friends. So, all these things happening, they are building to one thing. But with Coinbase pumping recently, it's going to be interesting to see how far it may fade off. So to clarify, Bold is just a meme coin made. The base does not have a token. It's called Base, they're layer 2. There is no token. They use Ethereum. They're a layer 2. Their gas token is Ethereum. That's what it's being used for. And if you're curious on how to bridge in, I'm not going to put it here, but you have to send Ethereum to an address, and it gets you onto the chain, and then you can't bridge out. But I'm going to show you here right now. For example, this is Bold, the chart now. I mean, from the top, it's down 34%. But yeah, it's grown to a lot of money out of nowhere. And this is everybody going absolutely nuts, degening. But please, when you see all these greens, this is the exit game, friends. Now you're seeing all these greens, people buying all these random, disgusting stuff. This doesn't mean, oh, I've got to come in and participate, because a lot of these coins, you go to a lot of them. If you sort by low market cap, you go to a lot of these. Look, someone's just making a peppy. Like, look at these, friends. Just insiders start dumping. Insiders start dumping. Have a look. Look straight away. Look, it's terrible. That's what these people do, man. If you put it on a 15-minute chart, you can see, oh, well, we're the new Peppy. No, straight away, dump, down 88%. And this is a 15-minute chart, man. Like, it's done in like 5 to 6 hours. People are really desperate for the casino. So here I am continuing as your friend with straight posture and orange juice, 3 ice cubes. There was a Bold token insider pump and dump scandal. 4 insider addresses bought 50% of the supply of Bold coins on launch in the first 4 minutes. So they deployed it and bought half the coins. Like, that's how you know it was an obvious insider. Nobody buys that much of their own coin unless they really knew something dodgy was going to happen, that they're trying to grift everybody. So they've also dumped most of it. So they put in 204 guys, put in $1,000 and then walk out with $1 million. And we have the on-chain evidence here just to show you. So what happens here, there's somebody very suspicious on Twitter who bought and started shilling it as well. But it doesn't really matter, friends. Look, people want, do we even really get anything from going after these different scammers? There's a new person every time. They make a new account, they make a new Twitter. Whether these person's legit or not, it doesn't matter. They win the game. The game is be the first 100 people to get in, and then the next 10,000 people, they're going to beat the billion people, but actually the 10,000 people are the exit liquidity for the first 10 to 100 people. So interesting as well, interesting and sad. As soon as Bold starts going up, and this is within like 6 to 8 hours after it had gone up for all of its move, right? There was already Bold 2.0. People started making every different name coin, different word and verbs put on the end of it. All you're doing is you're buying a word on the internet. That's all it is. It's complete gambling degeneracy. There's no team, nothing to back it. It's full on casino. Okay, so here's the thing. This one wallet was linked to the owner of this like Bold 2.0, and they're just selling out through every single wallet. They're selling $100 to $250 a piece everywhere. So all these people, they're coming in to try and make a quick 5 to 10 grand, and they're dumping on, they're the token creators, the founders, you know. Very interesting as well. A lot of people were messaging me, telling me Bold is the future of finance, literally at the top here, and they're saying it as it's going up and up and up. So this is just a meme, does nothing, absolutely no reason for its existence except to make money on what they call dumb money, which is unfortunate, innocent people, okay? There's even threads here, right? Mysterious rise of Bold, okay? Mysterious rise, new meme coin. They say there's Bold insiders. You can look at this. Recently, the coin's been going up, okay? And yes, it's pumped, but look at this deep research. So this person shows Bold is captivating. Suspicion around its deployment. It appears that this coin was introduced by an influential whale who has connections to a significant supply of Coinbase Ethereum, the Coinbase variant of staked Ethereum. So they have like heaps of, there's like 30 to 40,000. I don't know how many Ethereum there are, like a big chunk amount for the Coinbase exchange. Okay. And then we continue. This led to speculations that Bold might have been initiated by a Coinbase insider. Some even ventured to propose the involvement of Brian Armstrong himself, who is the Coinbase founder. Okay, the prominent figure. And he's obviously has no hair on his head. So they're also continuing as a further mix of the substantial liquidity infused with the coin, amounting to an impressive $30 million. So that's why a lot of people were like vouching for it. They're like, there's so much liquidity added to this. It's like a big thing, right? So this is just people speculating. They come in. This is how the game's getting faster and faster. You don't even have time to think about this. Some people saw it. They jump in straight away. But obviously, you know what time it is, friends. This game, you know exactly how it ends every single time. China coins, AI coins, hamster coins, hedgehog coins, Pepe 2.0, all these, man, they're just short-term speculation. You got to be early. You got to be early to it. And there's 10,000 narratives and words that could spring out. So your win rate is like so small. Okay, so crazy gains. So there was one person, okay, funny, his name is actually called Cheat Coiner. His name is called Cheat Coiner on Twitter. He acquired 2% of Bold supply when its market cap was 50,000. So he put in $500. Like, all these coins, they're pump and dumps, friends. So I know if $500 doesn't sound like too much, but to put $500 in a coin with 50K market cap, that's big. That means you know something. That means you have an insider tip. No one goes out there buying it. You know why? Let me show you why. Even though you have a lot of money, it's because when you go to the chain, there are literally like 30 50K market cap coins released every day. Like 30 of them. Bang, 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 bang. All the way on the right-hand side. Just keep making new ones and new ones. Everyone just keeps pumping them. Oversupply, right? And they all just go to zero straight away. Insiders dump. So there's obviously something going on here. And look, he even typed out here, I just woke up to $1.5 million bag. So yeah, he put in like a couple of $100. He woke up with $1.5 million. I mean, crazy. And congratulations if you're able to do that out there, friends. But let me tell you right now, yeah, you make that, for that, there are people out there making 1.5 million, right? That one person. But you know who's making it off? The 10,000 people who put in $100. That's who is making it off. That's what happens in all these 10,000 people putting in $100, $1,000, thinking that they're going to be the ones that come and kill it. And if you don't know, friends, there are honeypots where you can buy a coin and it won't let you sell. It will not let you sell. So there's so many dangers here, losing all your money, going on, etc. A lot of these is there's so much danger. Okay, but also poses the interesting thought here to think about. And I've been telling you this. Luckily, your friend here has literally been telling you. You like, subscribe, bell button. I've been telling you so many times. Most crypto people don't give a damn about decentralization at all. 95% of people don't. Okay, 4 insiders bought 50% of Bold supply after 4 minutes of launching. 4 people. Do people care? Nope. Centralized. Who cares? They just want to get in because I see the memes and everyone tagging, and this was the thing to go up, right? So it's funny. I was even making videos, friends, telling you in tweets a week, a month ago, telling you there's going to be a new coin. You got no idea what it's coming, a new narrative, and we don't even know. You know what? If anybody ever bags you out or puts you down for the targets you have or the coins you own, ask them, why didn't you tell me about Bold? If you're so smart, why didn't you tell me Bold was going to go 40,000x? Why didn't you tell me to bridge it in and buy this coin? It's because they don't know. Everyone's guessing. So don't take these people seriously at all. It's a game, man. It's a game. People are just typing just for the sake of typing. They're just projecting. They want friends to talk to. That's all it is, okay? Now, at the end of the day, you know, yes, you have someone who turned $1,000 into 1.5 million, but people don't care. Centralized, decentralized, people don't care. They just care about their price and the motions. That's what they actually care about. So even though we have all this evidence that it's all centralized, who cares? No one cares. We're here for price changing wealth. So also interesting comments, friends. So Mr. Dipcatcher has said, so when we're measuring here, right, I measure from the very, very beginning. I do it on purpose because the number's bigger, okay? So Mr. Dipcatcher says, like, he will usually emit the first few candles when a liquidity pool is started to give a more accurate starting value. Yes, this is 100% true. But I just want to show you how easy it is to fool you with marketing. Why? Because a lot of people, we're in PulseChain, for example, and in PulseChain, you always know that Richard Hart's going to come, Richie's going to come out, he's going to do his imaginary little bottom tick measurement, right? And you know what's funny? A lot of people were fuming because he went to the bottom here, bottom tick. He's like, oh, wow. So when you're up, when you're basically a break even, this is what he did. When PulseX was break even, he said everybody was up 1,400%. You're up 14 times your money. So do you see what I mean? People play with these candles. It doesn't really matter. The best way to get it is to get like a moving average of the weeks. That's the best way to get it. So, but when you're thinking in weeks, you're already beyond what these meme coins are playing with, in the land they're playing with. So yeah, it is just for marketing, branding, showing a big number, but it's just to show you that other coins are moving. They are moving, right? So there are a lot of people, friends. Remember, I don't have a burden to tell you this, and I don't really care. But I'm just to let you know that a lot of people, when PulseChain and PulseX was about to launch, a month from launching, testnet version 3, April, many people were saying, to me, stop talking about other things moving. They're junk. Because PulseChain is going to do a 10x easily, 30x easily around the launch in the first year. Because Pepe did 300,000x and it's just a stupid meme coin. Of course, we're going to go at least 10 to 100x. Look how easy it does. And now I was trying to explain, you have this idea completely wrong. You have no idea what you're talking about. PulseChain and PulseX and Hex, they're not as good as you think because the starting user base is much higher. And all these other meme coins, yes, they're scams, but they're starting with 100 people. So you can't compare. I know you want to talk about market cap not meaning anything, but yes, market cap does mean something, okay? You have to get with the real times. It does mean something. There's heavier liquidity. There's a lot of heavy hands, people who want to sell, etc. Right? It's a big, big burden to carry. I'm very bullish on the ecosystem. I am, but you got to look at what's moving, man. You can't look around these other stuff and go, well, we're just going to move because we've had enough time, man. We've had 3 months. So think about this. We've had 3 months and 2 years of launching and runaway build up. And look at this. People are aping in a lot into Bold, for example. No, don't touch Bold, but the Coinbase chain itself, like just to show you, look, this is nuts. Coinbase has $226 million in the past 24-hour volume of people trading and scamming and doing all this already. Look at this. So hit number 3. PulseChain has sunk all the way down. So just to show you, you got to be on top of what's in and hot, right? Because you even know this, right? With PulseChain, we say, oh, we're cheaper than Ethereum. But guess what? You know who else is cheaper than Ethereum? Binance, Coinbase, Arbitrum, Polygon, Optimism, Avalanche, ZK, Solana. Like everything is cheaper than Ethereum. So there needs to be a lot more flair. But not all hope is lost, okay? So here's Jimmy asking, 2 more weeks, doesn't seem so funny now, which is true, obviously, because everyone's expectations are like very low. You can feel the crowd, people are fighting still. See, it's not even a real bottom signal anymore because everyone's been fighting for like 14 to 15 months now. You know, if it's like a 1 month thing, sure, but like it's been a long time now. So he also says he was referring to Ricardo himself. Ricardo's missed the boat by 1.5 years, but no, he hasn't. I think the timing is fine. Do you think it will cost Coinbase 1.5 billion to create a layer 2 chain? So the real money we raised was $670 million in the actual sacrifice. You can't count the hex because it's never going to be dumped because there's not even enough money to dump it. There's only $2 million in the liquidity pool. You can't actually dump it. So it's not really, you can't say there's $600 million extra there. There actually isn't. There's $2 million. So, you know, who's going to accept $600 million worth of hex for anything? No, nothing's going to happen. But these things still take time and the community has to build the ecosystem. So yes, there's been like a argument in the community like, no, we want to buy only Richard coins. But let me tell you something right now. Sure, we should buy them, but you got to get other community members to build other projects because there is literally no difference between PulseChain and these 20 other chains, okay? Literally no difference. They're all faster than Ethereum. You say, oh, it costs 30 cents for a transaction. Yes. So it costs 10 cents for a transaction on Base. It costs 10 cents for a transaction on Arbitrum. It's the same thing. So you got to get bigger mind share into the chains coming in. Now, what Richard thought was going to happen is everybody was going to come in for the P tokens, but it's not working. They dumped and they quit. So this is like, yes, it is the balloon has been deflated here because the P tokens, he actually rugged all the liquidity and it's very obvious, friends, not even like speculation. Like just one day we woke up and like 10 coins had like giant liquidity pools exited. Bang, 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 bang. They just exited. So it's obviously he was obviously providing liquidity on them, probably helping people to like trade back and forth. But if you want to know why it's not working, the answer is people want leverage. That's why. P tokens are fun and they're cool, but people want leverage. They want to put in $100 and they want to control $1,000. That's what they want to do. They want to put in $200 and control $20,000. Even though it's risky and it's dangerous and 99% of people lose, that's what they actually want to do in the casino. So playing this little P token stuff, it's not good enough. It needs to be enhanced. Now, it would be funny. That's why I always thought if I had coding skills, I'd make a P token casino, literally like GMX, but you'd actually bet on them with leverage. But it is what it is, friends, because there's a lot more things that got to be done. I mean, look at this. The 24-hour volume for PulseChain is down to 14 million. Base comes out of nowhere, and it's just going to be copy-pasting everything. So, you know, they're going to have yield farms. They're going to have staked Ethereum stuff. It's going to just be copy-pasting Aave, the Uniswap, and everything going to be deployed onto it. And you're just going to see everything copy-pasted everywhere in every city. Just like every city's got a school and a church and a park and a hospital, etc. See, also, when we're continuing, friends, you can see now, right? So people just asking, like, why is Hex so wrecked? Why are we down, etc.? But this is also the truth. I mean, you have even people joking here, like, everywhere tokens are exploding besides Richard Hart projects. Yes. This is, look at this, even Rush right under him. Wow, it's insane. I wish Richard Hart projects can do this. So now you can see why, friends, a lot of people, I'm here trying to protect you, okay? When I'm showing you these, people are offended. They're like, what people do is they go look at other chains and they go, well, they're crap and they did 100x, so we're going to do a 300x. And I'll tell you, well, look, if they were so crap and we were so good, why is it that they have higher consistent volume with less time? That's something to think about. That means just more work needs to be done. The ecosystem needs to be grown and fleshed out. So, you know, I already know. Could the crowd expect 100x? And I really hope we get here. But I'm still happy with the gains if they are considerably lower. That's right. I'm more bullish on the ecosystem than anybody else, okay? Being bullish on the ecosystem doesn't mean you have a 1000x target, okay? That means nothing, okay? Because I don't even believe these people. Yeah, I'm holding for 1000x. No, you're not, okay? You say you are now, I guarantee you won't, okay? Now, when it comes to most of these situations, what ends up being the truth is the people who are the most bullish are the people who are buying, actually, okay? That's actually being the most bullish. People who keep even trying to look for leverage, look for other things to do to get in. They're the most bullish, not the people who just say, well, we're going 1000x, you know, because you know what the 1000x people say? Or even 300x. People are saying, well, everything in this ecosystem is going to do 300x against every single coin. They're basically telling you, your little $3,000, you're going to have $1 million from that. You don't need to do anything. Just sit on your hands. Your tiny little $3,000, even though we know there are people with $3 million, right, in this 24-month period, your $3,000, it's going to transform your life. Even people with 1,000x calls, they're basically saying your little $1,000, yes, you're all going to be millionaires. Absolute bullocks, okay? You're seeing the competition is ramping up. We're not just having 2 or 3 chains anymore. There's like 10 to 20 now, plus. And I think, friends, we'll end on PulseX because PulseX is the heartbeat for the PulseChain ecosystem, because you don't have these tokenomics types of plays on the other chains and other coins. So Base uses Ethereum. It's basically Coinbase's donation to all of crypto. They're basically saying, hey, we're going to funnel our 100 million customers. We're going to funnel them into these EVMs. So it's then what we're going to have to do in PulseChain and X ecosystem and these other layer 1 chains is they're basically going to have to grab Coinbase customers. That's what they're going to have to do, because Coinbase is going to be moving everybody very easily, very cleanly onto the EVM, and people are going to use, oh, what's a MetaMask? How do I click around? How do I bridge stuff? Once they're there, they're probably then going to go seek higher yield plays, and that's where these babies come out. Once people start to see you have things like the PulseX yield farms, it's going to be great. But look, I'm just going to be completely truthful and honest. We're seeing what people are doing now. They're not coming to seek Hex, PulseChain, and PulseX. They're not, okay? And it has nothing to do with the marketing message. Everybody's still here. The engagement is still high on Twitter. Everyone's still here. So you can't blame the community. It's not, okay? You can't blame them. What you can blame is people's expectations. Because what are people actually doing? They're going and buying trash meme coins. And they started with hamster coins, hedgehog coins, Pepe 2.0, China coins, AI narrative. They're like 6 or 7 narratives this year. Now trading bots as well. That's a 7th narrative. It's like they're choosing every single narrative besides high market cap, high valuation stuffs, okay? So you got to understand this is where the game is now. Is the game going to be here forever? No, it won't be. Or it's going to keep moving into other things, but you try guess the next narrative. If we can get a whiff of it, it'll be fantastic. But that's why these people, they're putting in 2,000. They're trying to make like 100x in a week. They're trying to make 100x in a month. That's why if we hold for long enough, PulseX, and Hex, I still think, right, just to be conservative, yeah, aiming for that 30x to 100x window would be fantastic. I know my previous videos had 250x. I understand that. But, I mean, the market has sent us a signal. As much as everybody wants to believe, as much as everyone wants to believe, friends, we're not being valued in PulseX, and Hex. We're not being valued as 3 coins or 4 coins. We're actually being valued as just 1 coin. We're valued as a Richard Hart ecosystem. Okay, so don't forget, the old Hex, $1.50, is about a 150 billion valuation, which is bigger than the peak of Coinbase. With the big, yeah, that's right, bigger than the peak of what Coinbase could hit. Also bigger than the peak of what Cardano and Binance can hit as well. So very bullish on the ecosystem. We're still going to see. We still have a $670 million treasury. How does it get deployed? No one knows. All these fuzzy things to work out. But, you know, me and you, we can't do anything except, of course, buy and hold. Tell mom and dad we still love them. Give mom a big kiss for me. Catch you in the next one, friends.